What's the longest time you've spent without your phone, without talking, and without being distracted by the modern world? You're probably wondering why you're here. So 20 Talk is a youth mental health charity. We provide relatable mental health education to young adults in the 18 to 30-year-old bracket, all for free. This is done through free training and media throughout our 60,000 followers online. One thing we realized here at 20 Talk is that young people feel as lonely as ever. We're trapped behind our phones for about 5 hours a day, and we lack the community that we once used to have. Young people are suffering more than ever, with suicide being the leading cause of death for young people aged 15 to 44. Another issue we experience at 20 Talk is the lack of funding in this mental health industry. We only get 2% of government funding, and we need the kind of funding to make sure we can solve these problems. So we created a challenge called 20 Hours for 20 Talk that solves these problems of loneliness, that solves these problems of lack of self-reflection and community, but then also solves the issue of low funding for preventative mental health charities. Well, what we do is we tape out 40 squares, which are 2 by 2 meter squares. People have to sit in these squares for 20 hours with no technology and no talking. I want to emphasize, this is not an easy challenge. This is not for the faint-hearted. So what do people get when they do this challenge? They get 4 simple things. They get a swag, they get a journal, they get a seat, and they get a pen. You have to experience that full 20 hours by yourself, reflecting, exploring your story, exploring your history, and feeling the community around you. You get to see all of the people in the warehouse that have the shared experience of solitude together. Over the course of the event, there's going to be self-reflection activities, breath work, and a whole bunch of performances that are going to keep you interested throughout the day. Rule number 1, you're not allowed to talk and there's no technology allowed. Rule number 2, you're confined to your 2 by 2 meter box. You're only allowed to leave if you go to the toilet. Rule number 3, you get a meal every 6 hours. And rule number 4, to do this challenge, you have to raise a minimum of $1,000. Throughout these challenges, we've seen this happen before where people self-reflect all day, write down their story, and it's a powerful day that people get to experience. As a result of you taking this challenge, 20 Talk is going to be able to provide free training to young people all around Australia in the 18 to 30-year-old range. So now that you know what's happening, I encourage you to sign up and get involved with the 20 Hours for 20 Talk challenge. This is not going to be an easy challenge for you, by no means. Welcome to the 20 Hours for 20 Talk challenge.